Okay, as the title of this video suggests, I'm trying something in public this year in 2026. I'm trying to see whether I can make $100,000 from my music independently over the course of a year. Not from one viral song, not from chasing an algorithm, and not overnight. This isn't hindsight. This isn't a recap. This is the beginning of the attempt. I know the title sounds very YouTubey. That's intentional. It's meant to stop you scrolling. But if you stay with me, you'll quickly realize this isn't really about money. The music is the point, and the people who choose to support the music, they're the point. So let me say the declaration clearly. I'm going to independently release 2 albums this year and try to make $100,000 from my music. No label, no advances, no middlemen, just songs, an audience, and a lot of showing up. This is day 1. And before I go any further, I need to say something important. I've already done a version of this once. My debut album, studio album, was released completely independently. I self-funded it, I paid musicians properly, I spent real money on recording, mixing, mastering, artwork, CDs, vinyl, and cassettes. It didn't go viral, it didn't get mainstream press, it didn't change my life overnight, but it worked. And the most important thing I learned was streaming barely moved the needle. Physical copies saved the project. That album quietly proved something to me, that a small group of people choosing to support work directly is more powerful than a very large group passively consuming it. That's not theory, that's lived experience. So, the real question now isn't, can this be done? It's this, can it be done again? Because a debut album is special. You only get one first record. It has novelty, emotional weight, momentum. If independence only works once, it's not a model, it's a moment. And this year, I want to find out whether this way of working is actually repeatable. Because if you can't repeat an experiment and get similar results, it's not a system, it's luck. And we're living in a moment where almost 90% of the music industry runs through streaming. And that's exactly the model I'm choosing not to build my livelihood around. Not because streaming is bad, not because I'm anti-technology, but because streaming is optimized for scale, not sustainability. It works brilliantly if you're massive. It works brilliantly if you're background. It works brilliantly if you're a platform. It does not work brilliantly if you're an independent artist trying to build a stable, human-sized career. I'm not trying to win the industry. I'm trying to build a life. So here's the experiment. The first release this year will be a double acoustic album. I've done this before. Songbook Volumes 1 and 2 existed to get songs out into the world and fund the next stage. This time, the material already exists. The songs are written. What happens next is the work, shaping them, refining them, turning them into a finished body of work. I'll be doing that mostly alone, here in the studio, maybe traveling with a guitar, really working on the craft of the songs. And you'll see that process in real time, the decisions, the edits, the rewrites, the songs that just don't make the cut. The plan is for that first album to be finished and delivered in May. Later in the year, I want to take the strongest songs and record them live with a band. Fewer layers, less polish, more commitment, people in a room making music. That's partly practical and partly a very selfish artistic decision. My first album was heavily produced. It needed to be, and I wanted it to be. This time, I want musicians in the same room, bodies, imperfection, energy. I'm so inspired by, how Dire Straits made their first record, largely tracked live, committing to performances within 2 weeks. And you don't see many albums made that way anymore. And I want to experience that for myself. So the rules. This is not about virality. I'm not assuming a hit song. I'm not playing the TikTok lottery. I'm not buying reach or boosting posts. Streaming is not the engine of this project. This album will be physical, it will be direct, it will be built on relationships and systems that might look boring from the outside, but they're honest. I'm not trying to reach everyone, I'm trying to serve the people already here. I don't see subscriber numbers as audience size, I see them as votes of confidence. Depth matters more than scale. And when you think that way, this number becomes possible. An album doesn't make money just by existing, it makes money by being attached to moments, objects, access, and stories people want to be part of. That's not selling out. That's actually how art has always survived. Most of the albums I love aren't just audio files, they're memories. And if I can accompany you this year with some good music, then you're participating in a creative moment. That's the exchange. I'm going to record the best versions of these songs that I can. You'll be my honesty meter. If something doesn't work, it changes. I've always worked that way. There will be the album itself. There will be these tangible objects. There may be experiences. There will probably be education for you and for me. And there will definitely be patronage. Great work doesn't exist in a vacuum. It exists because people choose to support it. This is a year-long experiment. Some months will be quiet, some will spike. The point is not speed, it's survivability. I still have to make a living. I'll still make other videos. I'll still teach. I'll still consult. This project lives alongside reality, not outside it. And I'm going to be transparent, but not gratuitous. You'll see what works, what flops, the awkward numbers, the boring admin, and the moments where I wonder if I've completely lost my mind. This isn't advice, it's documentation. If you're a musician, you're welcome to watch this unfold and steal whatever's useful. If you're not, you're welcome to just enjoy the music and the story, because there will be music. This won't just be business chat. So, am I trying to make $100,000 from my music? Yes, that's the experiment. I don't know yet if it will work. I don't know where it will break. I don't know what I'll have to change along the way. But I do know this. The first album proved independence is possible. This one will tell us whether it's sustainable. And today is day one. And if you've made it this far, the pre-order for that first album is now live. It's a physical hand-signed double acoustic record, or will be. And the artwork you see right now is a placeholder. The track list will evolve in front of you. The deadline is real, May. If anything genuinely prevents me from delivering it, I'll be open about it, and everyone will be refunded. This album will exist. I'm going to make it. And the only question is how many of us choose to build it together. I'm scared. I'm excited. I'd better get to work.